This is a post from r/Askreddit. What part of your personality do you fake? I've got an entire customer service personality that's fake. I work in customer service. It's gotten to the point where out of habit I'll say "have a good day" to friends and family in a weird and almost fake tone. This reminds me of my father in a different sense, and in a way that always made me laugh internally. My father was a car salesman. I'd wake up at normal hours on Sundays because he'd cook up a storm of a breakfast for those who were up. If you slept in, tough shit. When he'd ask you how you wanted your eggs cooked, it sounded like he was trying to sell you a car. "Oh hey bud. Could I interest you in some eggs? I think you'd like them sunny side up so you can dip them in this here wheat bread and they match perfectly. You don't want the white bread because it gets too soggy too fast with the eggs. And hey, if you don't want that, I can do some scrambled eggs and bacon. That's always a good choice. Finishes cooking, here you go my friend. I hope you enjoy your rock bottom Breaktoberfest edit. Slaps roof of eggs. You can fit so many proteins in this bad boy. Fun fact, a large egg has about 6 grams of protein. Pretty good amount. Cook 2 of those bad boys and you're in business. My ability to perform small talk. I have absolutely no patience for it. I don't even know how to do it. Like, I see this people out there talking hours and I can't make a phone call longer than 20 seconds or a small talk with friends. Let them blab and ask questions. And if they don't? Hang up. Did you just say hang up? We're sitting at a table together. The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please, try again later. Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance. Being cheerful in a social situation that I absolutely don't want to be in. Quote. I just want other people to be happy, but I'm actually really sad. Edit. Thank you for my first gold and silver. I hope you have someone safe to reach out to. If not, feel free to DM me, but please seek professional help. I like games and am on Switch and Discord. Main go-to is LOL. Happiness in general. Yay, everyone thinks I am just so chipper and good-natured. Really makes it fun when I don't constantly force that smile and everyone asks what's wrong. I don't have resting bitch face, I have resting concerned face. Me 2 thanks. Me 3 thanks. 4 checking in, thank you. 5. Toughness. I'm actually very sensitive and easily affected. You are not alone. I work in a welfare office and BSP, and am closed by 3 walls from everyone else. I don't see anybody whole day if I don't get out of my spot, as I am in the very back of the back office. I had a colleague, sweet girl, I could chat with her about games and pop culture as she is a kind of a nerd. Lately, she got promoted to front desk, dealing with people, but for a bit more money, and she was sitting in a different spot, but she would always come to have a lunch in the back and chat with me, as we are the only ones having lunch brought from home. Today, she stayed where she is. That hurt a fuckton when I walked past and she didn't even raise her eyes, but I can't let anyone know, I am the only guy here and that would just be embarrassing. You should invite her for lunch. She might think you don't enjoy it for whatever reason. One thing I've learned is that, even if you hate to appear that way, it's 10 seconds of embarrassment over regret of inaction that'll last a long time. Yeah, us girls get really in our head about that sort of stuff. Always thinking, am I bothering him? We made it both pretty clear we aren't bothering each other and are enjoying each other's company. We even meet after work sometime and chat with each other, and her wife as well. She just probably wants to make more friends as she will be staying permanently, but I am here only as a substitute for one woman on a maternity leave. I get it, it just felt bad, that is all. Nah dude, you ask if she wants to hang out for a lunch and chat. See what happens. Kept 0A above had it right. You'll feel better for asking, even if it's not the answer you want, I promise. It's better than defeating yourself. Fine, if she stays over there tomorrow too, I'll ask her on Friday. I am one of the most shy people you'll ever meet. I switched grocery stores because the cashiers started to recognize me and wanted to chit-chat. I didn't make one friend in college because I kept to myself. However, I am very successful at work because I know that if I don't put myself out there and act confident, I won't advance. I'm more scared of being destitute than I am shy, I guess. This extends to my relationships because I'm married. She asked me out though, and have a very tight-knit group of friends. There are certain things you just have to do. This is me. Even the wife asking me out part. One difference, I don't have a single friend. Not one. This bothers me because I know it's not normal, But between work and family, I really don't have the time or energy to be the kind of friend I would want to be. Right there with you. Almost 40 and my only friends are my family. It doesn't bother me, I genuinely enjoy being with my family. It'd be nice to have someone to go have a beer with, but typically when I'm out with coworkers or other acquaintances I just think about an opportunity to go home. So I don't nurture any relationships. I'm probably going to get downvoted to hell. But I want to say I'm not attacking anyone specifically, just speaking from my own experience, as a single guy and almost 40 as well, and at this point it's just easier to not have friends. The peer group younger than me I find mostly annoying, very short attention span, unable to communicate at all, very self-absorbed, and people my age are all family-oriented and only want to talk about their family, work, politics or TV shows. Conversations don't deviate much from that sadly. Being married, with kids, and no social life is definitely easier and more interesting. For me, I love my family, but don't have much interest in other people's family. Which leaves me bland when talking to single people like yourself, and bored when talking to other people with families. Thus, Reddit, where I can discuss my interest in flags, vermiculture, and euphemisms for masturbating all in the same place. Confidence obligatory edit. Thank you for the silver and gold. To clarify, it's completely fake and doesn't last. In the moment I'm having an internal panic attack thinking everyone knows I'm faking it. I worry they think I'm an idiot or something. As soon as I'm away from whatever situation I was in I have anxiety like none other, sometimes full-blown panic attacks. Then I replay it in my head over and over. I've been trying to fake it till I make it my entire life, not sure how to make it. Maybe one of these days. Feel like this one is something a lot of people fake. We're our worst critic. If confidence is a state of mind, wouldn't faking confidence make you confident? I remember a career advisor telling me once you're not as confident as you think you are, which still seems like a paradox. Maybe it comes across as a David Brent/Michael Scott type of delusional confidence. Even if at 17 I thought I was God's God, but my slight speech impediment and nervous hand movements gave away my inner insecurities, haha. I guess confidence needs a strong foundation of self-security. I understand what you're saying. I also would say that I fake my confidence, which in turn makes me feel confident. Things like weight and level of success. I'm nowhere near a nice healthy weight that I want to be, but if I dress and act like I'm hot shit, I feel like I'm hot shit. At the same time, that confidence not being completely real means that demeanor can fall at any minute. Someone could look at me weird, and not being an actually confident person, it would ruin my false image of myself. I do believe in a sort of fake it to make it ideology. With my work, if I tell myself that I'm the best person around with my ability, it makes me feel more desired for my work, and sometimes that fake confidence can rub the right people the right way. With my body, I have to at least fake or try to be confident until I'm actually at the place I want to be, or I'd probably just loathe myself and it would never happen. It's all about getting started. I find I fake confidence for the introduction and the first minute of an interaction. That breaks the ice and gives me the momentum I need to get through the rest of it without too much worry. Interest. A lot of the time when it seems like I'm listening and interested in what you're saying, I'm not. A lot of the time I really don't give a fuck. This mindset is a really frustrating one to have if you're not an asshole. It means you're just trapped in a lot of really boring, well, from your own perspective, conversations, but unable to exit because you don't want it to make someone feel bad. I'm always craving deep conversations, so I tend to zone out to think what I can do to take the conversation to another level. I'm not trying to be an ass, but it's hard trying to explain that without ruining the mood. I wish I could just listen better and let the conversation run naturally. I never got this whole I crave deep and intellectual conversations thing. What's that about? Now I don't talk to a lot of people and I keep to myself, but when I do talk to people I'm always able to walk away having said something meaningful. But what would a meaningful conversation even look like? Why do you want to know what Sandy with the hair thinks about whatever you perceive to be deep? I don't get that. There's a hierarchy to people and the kind of conversations that would be wanted or appropriate, at least to me. Otherwise I don't give a fuck what most people have to say, and talking about the day or whatever is just some nice conversation with a nice enough person who I probably would not enjoy a deeper conversation with. A lot of the time deep conversation is just shitty conversation, but where people poorly recite stuff they've read on the internet. I'd rather shoot the shit and gossip about mundane things with someone who is funny and good at conversation instead of listening to someone tell me about an article they read on Facebook. Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Experimental Journeys,